Buck Rogers' Planet of Zoom was released in arcades in 1982 and was pretty impressive due to its large scaling sprites and fast pace. And if you don't know what company was responsible for the game, they made sure you did on the box for this Atari home computer release, 'cause holy crap, that is one big Sega logo. I don't think there's any connection between this game and the Buck Rogers comic or TV show, and despite the space dude on the cover art who is presumably Buck Rogers, you never see him in-game. You just get a view from behind his ship. As far as the second part of the title goes, both Planet and Zoom feature prominently in this game. First, most of the action takes place with you skimming across the surface of the planet Zoom, and yes, that really is its name. Second, you really do a lot of zooming. Speed is the key to this game. Each level is broken up into 4 stages. The first 3, you race across the planet darting through electron posts while shooting at flying saucers and space hoppers. For the final round, you're in space, shooting more saucers and ultimately the mothership. After defeating the mothership with a direct hit to its center, you go back to the surface to do it all again, except it's tougher, shootier, and zoomier. And when I said speed is the key, I mean you're basically required to go fast, as your ship's fuel supply is not infinite. The faster you go, the less fuel you consume. There are certain amounts of electron posts to fly through, or enemies to kill before you can move from one round to the next. The first level isn't so hard, but of course the game only gets harder, with higher and higher goals to meet, and you end up constantly pushing the edge of how fast you can fly in order to complete a level before you run out of fuel. The control of your super fast spaceship is pretty good. I use the joystick, but there are keyboard controls as well. Pushing the joystick left, right, up, and down causes predictable things to happen to your spacecraft. The one addition is that speed is also controlled by moving up and down. While pressing the stick up, once you reach the maximum flying height, your ship will then start to increase in speed. Pulling back on the stick at that point will lower your craft to the surface, and then start slowing your speed down. It's a little awkward at first, but as your brain rewires itself for Zoom-style gameplay, you'll get better at it. One thing that might take longer to get used to is getting the right height to shoot your enemies. It's not always easy to judge where they're at and get at the right altitude to hit them, so I just spray as many bullets as I can in hopes of one of them connecting. This is a pretty nice looking game, with fairly smooth moving graphics, and the objects on screen scale pretty well. It actually all seems to get better the faster you go. Now, compared to the arcade original with its large, colorful sprites, this Atari version is less large and colorful. It's also missing some stages as well. In the arcade, each level is divided into 8 stages as opposed to 4 here, and there are Star Wars-style trench running stages that don't appear in this Atari port at all. This game sure does have the zoominess, though. It's a good game if you like sitting on the edge of your seat, flying by the seat of your pants. You'll get the most out of Buck Rogers' Planet of Zoom by trying to go as fast as you're able to. And really, you'll have to, because you won't be able to get too far by being overly cautious. So get your pants ready for some hot-edged seat action with a side order of Zoom, because this is Buck Rogers' Pants of Zoom. Planet of Zoom.